40 years ago, my family started a restoration business on their own. They turned cars like this into cars like that. But due to financial issues, they were forced to shut the doors 10 years ago. And I'm here to bring the family business back to life. I will be restoring cars that were left to rot in fields, barns, and wherever. But in order to do that, we gotta find the parts to bring these cars back to former glory. Will I be able to do it, or will I go broke? Stay tuned to find it. So I worked at the muffler factory for 5 years, and I was able to save up $15,000 to help us out start this business back up. My family don't have any money to help me do it, so I'm gonna have to get a loan from the bank. So we're gonna head on over there now, and hopefully we can get enough to actually get this business back up and running. So on the way to the bank, we gotta pass by the business my family started 40 years ago. My grandpa started this business and he kept it going with his son, which is my father. They were going good and strong until the recession hit and they lost everything. The only thing they had left is his property, and it is overgrown. It's going to take a lot of work to get it back to the former glory. This used to be the #1 spot to get your car restored in the whole country. So we're going to restore this building so we can start restoring cars again and be #1. But before I can do that, I got to stop to the bank and hopefully we can get enough money to fund this operation. I ended up getting approved for $80,000, and that should be enough to start our first project and get everything required and get the building up and running. Now that we're done here, I'm going to go meet up with a guy that's selling a trimmer on Marketplace. This trimmer should be able to help me clear the property so we can actually get started on our very first project. He wanted $80 for this trimmer, but I was able to talk him down to $60, which is going to help me a lot because any bit of money we can save is more we can put towards a project. I remember coming here as a kid and helping my grandpa haul cars out of fields or barns and restoring them. These cars were rusted out and they were fit for the scrapyard, but he was able to fix them up and bring them back to life. And that's what I'm trying to do. I've been using this trimmer for an hour now and I barely put a dent into the bushes, but I do remember coming here as a kid and there used to be a skid steer. So we're gonna go try to find that and maybe that will be a bit better. The only hard part is trying to get through these bushes. They're just so thick and I don't have a key to the shop. So, yeah, that door's not opening. That one's stuck in. I guess I tried the other door. I can't get it. What are the chances the door is actually unlocked? That would be a miracle, but I don't think it is. So if I can't get it open, I'm going to have to use a rock. Now, I might have to keep that universal key I just used, but I don't think it's going to work on this door. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Ow, 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 that hurt. But I found the skid steer. It is pretty old. I'm hoping it will start. We'll give it a try. Ah, that was so close. We're going to need some sort of starting fluid. I don't know if there's any here. There's brake cleaner. We'll give that a try. I'm not really doing a good job spraying it into the filter. I'm spraying it over the whole engine, but hopefully it don't blow up. Yes, it fired up. Now I should have enough muscle to actually get this door open. Hopefully I don't break it. So it's been a couple of days and I actually got everything around the property cleaned up. Well, most of it. So I ended up finding a lot of vehicles that we can actually do as projects. We got this truck here and we got this old Impala over here, which I would really like to do this one. But I don't know when we're going to do that one. And we got this car over here. It's in rough shape, but I think we can still use it. I haven't looked in this old shed yet, but we probably got about 10 cars. And this one here, I'm definitely not keeping. There's nothing valuable on it. And this Mustang, that will be a future project for sure. We got an old truck and we got this Charger over here, which we're going to probably be doing at some point. Wait a minute, I see a car. And it looks like it's in all right shape. Let's see if we can push these doors open. Ugh. Okay, we got one. We're going to have to get some grease and fix these doors up. Wait a minute, I remember this car. This was one of the last cars they were doing before they ran out of money. So if the motor is good in this car, I think we found our very first project. And this is going to be an easy flip for us because it got a motor. It wants to fire up, it just needs a little bit of help. It was sitting for 10 years, so we'll grab the trusty brake cleaner, spray it into the filter. We won't put too much in, we don't want to blow up this motor because a new one's going to cost a nice bit. We'll give it a try and hopefully it fires right up. And there we go. Perfect. We have a car. We have a 1969 Charger, but I should probably test this car out. So we'll go for a little drive and see if everything's running good. And we're having some sort of problem putting it in gear. You know what? I kind of remember we were having problems with the transmission on this car. But besides that, this car is actually handling really good. I think that's the only major problem, and we may as well get a brand new clutch. Transmission for 1969 Dodge Charger. Okay, I ended up finding one and we're gonna go pick it up now, and I'm gonna grab a couple more parts because we're gonna be doing an oil change, so we're gonna need a filter and some oil. So I ended up paying $3,500. I paid $3,000 for the transmission and a clutch. The transmission was rebuilt probably 3 years ago, he said, so it should be good. So we're going to pop that in. We're going to grab our jack we just picked up. I ended up picking up this jack and I got a spray gun because we're going to be painting this vehicle ourselves. Well, a few hours later and a couple busted fingers, but we finally got this transmission and clutch put in, and I'm hoping it's going to be good. So I just drained the oil and took off the filter, and it was pretty gunky, but it has been sitting for 10 years, so you can't really expect much different. But we're going to put the new filter in and we're going to drop some new oil. And then it's time to actually paint this car. Well guys, it's been a couple of days and I must say this car turned out amazing. It looks brand new. So I'm just going to haul it out and we're going to get a couple pictures so we can put it on our website and we can list this car as soon as possible because we need some money coming in so we can keep this business going. I just got off the phone with my buddy and he actually got a lead on a 1981 Chevy pickup truck, and we want to do one of those really bad, so we're going to head over there. But first things first, we're actually going to have to get a loan of a flatbed because, well, this truck's not quite complete. We're going to have to find some parts for it, but we really want to do one. So the story on this truck, this person bought it 5 years ago in the hopes to restore it, but he just couldn't, and he's kind of done with the project. So that's good for us because we're going to buy it and hopefully we can get it for a good price. He wanted $6,000 for this truck, but I got it for $4,500 and everything is good on it. It just needs a couple parts, which we should be able to find. So I just got back to the shop and I actually got a call from a friend of mine. He found another part for this truck. So we're going to unload this and we're going to head on over and grab it. I'm just realizing these brakes are really bad. We're going to probably have to adjust them. I'm hoping that's the only problem. After I put that in the garage, I drove to the location he told me to meet him at and I don't see anything. So I'm going to have to give him a quick call. After speaking with him, I realized I was in the right area. I just had to drive through the field. We went back and forth on the price. He wanted $500 for it, but I ended up getting it for $340 because there was no tailgate. What a deal I ended up getting on this truck bed. I think it's going to work out good. It's the perfect one. It's the right year. And all we need now is a tailgate and we will have a complete truck. Now the only problem we're going to have is trying to unload this. I only got a skid steer with grapple. I don't have any forks, so we got to try not to beat it up. This skid steer is not the smoothest for this type of work, but we're going to take our time and hopefully we don't beat it up too much because besides the dirt and the missing tailgate, this truck bed is in amazing shape. We're just going to take our time and okay, we finally got it. We barely got it, but we got it. We almost hit the truck behind us, but we never. So we're just going to leave this here for now. Since the Chevy is coming along pretty good, I think it's time for us to start another project. So we're going to take the Impala and we're going to put it in our shed behind us and hopefully we can get this one started. After putting the Impala in the garage, I decided, well, we still got the tow truck and we got a bit of junk that we can get rid of. This car right here, we will not be doing. So I'm going to put it on the flatbed and we're going to bring it to the scrapyard. And after that, the Mustang will be the next project. So far we spent about $9,000. We got one complete car. We got one that could be a complete car very soon. And we got another project just started. I sold that car for $319 to a local scrapyard. But we gotta go back to the shop because we need to find a tailgate for our 1981 Chevy so we can finish getting that put together and we can put it on our website. I'm pretty sure we just lost a turbo in our Dodge Ram. So we're going to have to try and find one. Yep, our turbo is gone. So I'm gonna go inside and we're gonna have to look that up. And so far we need a tailgate and a turbo. Let's see what we can do and see what we can find. But this is going to be it for this video, and if you guys are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and I'll see you guys in the next one.